Welcome, everyone, to this deep dive. We've got some really insightful material you sent over, all focused on, well, how we talk about our inner world in English.
That's right.
Our mission today really is to give you some powerful words, some phrases, so you feel more confident discussing emotions and, mental well-being. We'll be looking at specific vocabulary, how words pair up naturally, collocations, useful phrasal verbs, even common mistakes and communication strategies.
It's a great topic, and it's interesting how conversations around mental health are opening up, as your sources suggest. This deep dive should give you the precise tools needed for those conversations.
Exactly. Let's start with some of the more, let's say, advanced vocabulary. First one that jumped out. Emotional resilience. Sounds quite important, doesn't it?
It really is. Emotional resilience is basically your ability to bounce back when things get tough emotionally. Think of it like inner strength. The example given was, therapy helped her build emotional resilience after the divorce. That shows it perfectly regaining strength after something difficult. And actually, building it often involves recognizing positive things too, even when it's hard.
That's a great point, sort of finding the good.
Yeah.
Okay, next, connected to dealing with difficulties is coping mechanisms. We hear this phrase a lot.
Yes, and the key here is healthy coping mechanisms. Your source rightly highlights these as positive strategies for handling stress or, difficult feelings.
Like the examples.
Exactly. Journaling and exercise are great coping mechanisms. These are proactive, constructive ways to manage things. But it's also true that what works for one person might not work for another. It's quite personal.
Right, not a one-size-fits-all approach.
Okay.
Now, a word many might connect with, unfortunately, is burnout. It just sounds heavy.
It is heavy. Burnout, as the source describes it, is that state of just, complete exhaustion, often from overwork or intense emotional pressure.
Like working nonstop.
Yeah, the example, working 12 hours a day led to complete burnout. Nails it. You've basically run out of fuel, mentally and physically.
Sounds awful. Okay, moving to another intense experience. A panic attack.
Panic attacks are, very frightening. The source calls it a sudden, overwhelming fear, often with physical symptoms like a racing heart.
Like the exam example?
He had a panic attack before the exam.
Exactly.
High-pressure situations can be triggers. The good news, though, is they're usually quite short-lived, even if intense.
Right. And the last term in this section, mindfulness, seems like it's everywhere now as a way to find calm.
It is becoming much more mainstream. Mindfulness is essentially the practice of focusing your awareness on right now, the present moment, and importantly, without judging it.
So just noticing.
Pretty much. The example, practicing mindfulness reduces anxiety, points straight to a key benefit. Even just a few minutes a day can apparently make a difference over time. It's about being here, not lost in past regrets or future worries.
Okay, that's really helpful vocabulary. Let's switch gears a bit now to phrasal verbs. These are super useful for talking about feelings. First one, open up to someone.
Open up, a really valuable one. It means sharing your deeper feelings, your emotions, usually with someone you trust.
Like the example.
She finally opened up to her best friend about her depression. It shows that vulnerability, but also the connection that sharing can bring. It makes you think, doesn't it? When do you feel able to really open up?
That's a good prompt for reflection. Now, the opposite, maybe, bottle up.
Right.
Sounds less positive.
It often is, yeah. To bottle up emotions means you hide them, you suppress them instead of letting them out.
Like the anger example.
He bottled up his anger for years. That shows how it can become a pattern. And, keeping things bottled up like that isn't great for your mental or even physical health long term.
Makes sense. Then there's breakdown. Sounds quite dramatic.
It signifies losing emotional control, essentially. She broke down after hearing the bad news. That paints a picture of being overwhelmed. It's a natural response sometimes, but not something you want happening often.
No, definitely not. Okay, after that, maybe something more constructive. Calm down.
Yes, calm down is the positive action. Becoming relaxed after stress or strong emotion. He needed a few minutes to calm down after the panic attack. It's about getting back to an even keel. People have all sorts of ways they try to calm down.
Breathing, walking away maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, and the last phrasal verb here, reach out for help to someone. This feels really vital.
It is so important. Reach out means actively seeking support or connection. The example, if you're feeling low, don't hesitate to reach out, is direct encouragement. And, reducing the stigma around reaching out is key for community well-being.
Absolutely crucial. Okay, let's talk collocations now, words that just naturally go together. First, struggle with anxiety.
Struggle with anxiety. Very common. Very relatable. Many students struggle with anxiety during exams. It shows anxiety isn't always a disorder. Sometimes it's situational, but still a real struggle.
Yes, exams are a classic example. Another important one, manage stress.
Manage stress. This focuses on being active, taking steps to control stress. She uses yoga and meditation to manage stress. Concrete examples. It suggests stress is something you can influence, not just endure.
That's an empowering thought. We also have seek therapy or seek professional help.
Right. Seeking therapy highlights that proactive choice to get support from trained professionals. The example, it's brave to seek therapy when you need support, is wonderful. It normalizes asking for help.
It really does frame it positively. Another collocation showing progress, mental health awareness.
Mental health awareness, it refers to that growing understanding and acceptance in society. Mental health awareness has improved in the last decade. That's a really positive trend, leading to more openness and hopefully better support.
Definitely a good thing. And the last one in this group, healthy mindset.
A healthy mindset describes a generally positive, constructive way of thinking. A healthy mindset starts with daily gratitude, gives a practical starting point. It's an ongoing thing, developing that mindset, but so beneficial for well-being.
Okay, great collocations. Let's quickly touch on some common mistakes people might make. Always useful to know these.
Definitely. Mistakes are normal when learning. Knowing common ones helps avoid them. First, I feel many stress.
I can see that one happening.
The correct way is I feel a lot of stress, or I am under a lot of stress. Stress is usually uncountable in English, so we use a lot of, not many.
Good clarification. Another one, she is depression.
Right. The correction is she has depression or she suffers from depression. It's a condition someone has, like an illness, not something they are. That's like saying she is tall.
Got it. That makes the distinction clear. What about I can't control my emotional?
Simple fix. I can't control my emotions. Plural. We usually feel a range of things, so emotions is needed here.
Right, plural.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last mistake example, you go therapy every week.
Needs this. He goes to therapy every week. Just basic present tense conjugation for he or she.
Simple, but easy to miss.
Okay.
Those corrections are really practical. Finally, let's talk strategies for better mental communication.
Yes, these are about expressing yourself clearly and constructively. First point, be honest and specific.
Instead of just, I feel bad.
Exactly. Compare I feel bad to I feel overwhelmed with everything. Being specific helps others understand, and it can even help you understand what's going on better.
Makes sense. Vagueness isn't helpful. Another strategy, using I statements.
Ah, yes, I statements. Very powerful. They focus on your feelings, not blaming others. The example, I feel anxious when I have too many tasks, is perfect. It states your feeling without accusing anyone.
That sounds much more likely to lead to a good conversation. We also need to try and avoid negative self-talk.
Oh, definitely. The source contrasts I'm useless with something like I'm struggling, but I'm learning. It's about shifting that internal voice from critical to, well, more understanding and growth-focused. It makes a huge difference.
A kinder inner voice.
Yeah.
I like that. And the last strategy, mindfulness in language.
This is interesting. It's about taking a pause. Slow down, maybe take a breath before you speak about something emotional. That pause helps you choose your words more carefully, respond thoughtfully instead of just reacting.
Take a beat. Good advice. Wow, these are all such valuable tools and ways of thinking. So wrapping up our deep dive today,
You really have gathered some practical, advanced tools now for talking about mental health in English more clearly, more confidently.
For sure. Yeah, now we have a little challenge for you. Think about a time you felt emotionally stressed. Can you describe it using at least one phrasal verb and one collocation from our discussion today?
Yeah, give it a try.
For example, you might say something like, I was struggling with anxiety quite a bit last year, and I finally reached out to a therapist. That really helped me build my emotional resilience. See? Using the terms.
Exactly. And we encourage you, think about how you can start using these phrases, maybe in conversations or even just when you're thinking things through yourself. Practice makes them feel more natural.
It really does. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into such an important topic. We genuinely hope this exploration has been helpful for you.
It's been a pleasure discussing it. Hope it provides some useful language. Farewell for now.